a young, clear voice cutting through the cold air of 1983, singing about balloons floating across war zones, a protest, a dream, a pop song that would become an anthem. Her name was Gabrielle Suzanne Kerner, better known by her stage name Nena, and she would forever change the face of German pop. But then the lights dimmed. For many outside German-speaking Europe, she became known mostly for one song, 99 Luftballons. After that, whispers circulated. What happened to her? How did someone with such a bright, explosive debut end up almost hidden behind her own legend? This is the story of Nena, more than 40 years after that red balloon first took flight. Gabrielle Suzanne was born on March 24, 1960 in Hagen, in North Rhine-Westphalia, then part of West Germany. From an early age, she was different, spirited, musical, and curious. The nickname Nena came when she was 3 on a vacation in Spain, a Spanish niña meaning little girl, but soon she herself would become Nena, one of Germany's most famous musical voices. In 1979, Nena's first band, The Stripes, was born in Hagen. Founded by guitarist Rainer Kitzmann, the group included Nena as lead vocalist, her then-boyfriend Rolf Brendel on drums, and Frank Ruller on bass, among others. They sang in English, and their single Ecstasy had modest attention, but nothing yet to indicate world-shaking fame. The Stripes released several singles and a studio album, but by 1982 disbanded, partly because of different musical directions and partly because Nena was pushing towards singing in German. From Hagen, she moved with Brendel to West Berlin in 1982. There she linked up with Carlo Karges, Uwe Fahrenkrog-Petersen, and Jürgen Daimel, forming the band Nena. Their goal, a fresh sound with German lyrics, part of the new German wave movement sweeping Germany. They released their first single, Nur getraumt, in 1982. That song became a hit in Germany after it was featured on the television show Musikladen, but the world was tense. Cold War fears were never far away. Europe was divided, and people were anxious. Into this moment came 99 Luftballons. The German-language version was released that year by Nena. The song's narrative, balloons mistaken for enemy aircraft triggering war, was poignant, strange, and catchy. In 1984, an English version, 99 Red Balloons, was released, giving her direct access to Anglophone markets. The song topped many European charts and even made major inroads elsewhere. It remains her signature song. With the success of 99 Luftballons, Nena became a symbol. Youth, rebellion, hope, and also fear. Songs like Leuchtturm, Nur geträumt, Rette mich, and Vollmond followed. They cemented her status in Germany and in German pop culture. The band was riding high. Her voice, image, presence, everything was aligned. But they were more than just musicians. They were cultural phenomena. Their fashion, their attitude, their youthfulness, they represented a voice of post-war generation Germany, breathing out after decades of Cold War pressure. The international reception was strong. 99 Luftballons charted in many countries. Even in the United States, the English version had success. But peaks are hard to sustain, and musical trends shift. The Neue Deutsche Welle itself, as a movement, had its moment in the early to mid-1980s. By the late 80s, it was fading, at least in terms of mainstream international attention. Also, the internal stress of touring, staying creative, maintaining an image, and handling public life weighed on Nena and her band. And by 1987, the band Nena officially dissolved. With the end of the band, Nena's solo career began in earnest, but heartbreak accompanied it. In 1988, she had a son, Christopher Daniel, with Benedikt Freitag. Tragically, Christopher died at 11 months of age. The grief, the change, the loss, none of this was part of the headlines, but it shaped her. Nena's first solo album, Wunder geschehen, came out in 1989. The album was heavy with emotion, and it came at a time when Germany itself was in flux. The Berlin Wall had fallen in late 1989, the country was reconfiguring, and society was changing. Musically, Nena was no longer purely the voice of youthful Cold War defiance. She was a woman, a mother, someone who had experienced both joy and profound pain. The album did fairly well domestically, but internationally, it did not come close to replicating 99 Luftballons. In the early 1990s, she released more solo work. The style was more relaxed, a bit pop-infused with global influences like Latin American percussion and African chants in some songs. The mood reflected her personal changes. Twins had been born, and life was calmer in some ways, but sales were poor. Bongo Girl, for example, peaked at number 32 in Germany and stayed in the charts for several weeks. It didn't catapult her back to her 1980s fame. Und alles dreht sich was released in 1994. It was a turning point, but no guarantee of a revival. It marked a commercial low point. The album failed to reach the top 50 in Germany, and not a single from it became a hit. Simultaneously, changes were taking place in her personal life. Her relationship with Benedikt Friedig broke up. She met Philippe Palm during the album production process, and she became pregnant with Palm's child. These changes in her private life created emotional and psychological complexities in her public life. But even as commercial success waned, Nena continued to create. She wrote about love, loss, nature, identity, and spirituality. She kept her voice alive. Almost 20 years after 99 Luftballons, Nena released Nena feat. Nena, an album with reworked versions of her old hits. The idea was nostalgia, but also a reintegration. The old songs, but refreshed. This album reconnected her with the mainstream. It proved that while 99 Luftballons might always remain her trademark, her musical personality had more chapters. In 2005, she released Willst du mit mir gehen, which included Liebe ist. Liebe ist gave her her second #1 hit in Germany, but her first as a solo artist. This was proof. Nena could still top charts, and she still mattered. Beyond albums and singles, she expanded her reach. Children's music, books, live shows, sometimes acting and collaborating. She co-founded the Neue Schule Hamburg, a school based on the Sudbury model, reflecting her interest in education and community. She also remained a presence in German culture, not always front page, but persistent, influential. Touring has been one of her strongest pillars. In 2024, she embarked on the Wir gehören zusammen Live 2024 tour, performing more than 45 shows across Germany, Austria, Switzerland, France, and the Netherlands. She drew large audiences, showing that her fan base remains loyal and enthusiastic. The set list spans 4 decades, old hits, new songs, treasures from in between. The 2025 tour announcement with open-air dates indicates she's not done. Her output remains consistent. She still releases albums, performs, and engages with fans. Even when she is not topping global charts, she is topping hearts in German pop music. So, where is she now? Nena is still here, strong, aging with grace, and continuing to create and perform with the same passion that once carried 99 Luftballons across the world. While that iconic anthem will always be part of her identity, it does not define her entire journey. Today, at 65, she lives in Hamburg with her partner, Philippe Palm. She chooses her projects carefully, guided not by trends or commercial pressure, but by authenticity and conviction. More than just the singer of a global hit, she stands as a mother, an artist, and a cultural figure who has gracefully navigated the shifting landscapes of both music and society for more than 4 decades. What is your favorite Nena song? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this.